Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
Are you ready for a rewarding career in the electrical industry? Quality Electric of the Coastal Carolinas, QECC, is looking for qualified electricians and electrical helpers to join its Charleston team. QECC offers guaranteed full-time hours, make up to $30 per hour with possible performance bonuses and career growth opportunities. Enjoy benefits like health insurance, dental and vision coverage, 401k plans, and more. If you're a motivated, experienced electrician, this job is for you. QECC is an equal opportunity employer. For all job inquiries, send email to hr@qeccinc.com.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's get started.
I have thought a lot in the last 24 hours.
Time to get your weekly sports fix.
By the skin of their teeth they lost.
Then you can just ride it the whole thing.
With Stix.
We back, bitches. That first 5 minutes, you may or may not hear. It might be one of those lost episodes, but it was only 5 minutes. So
yeah, at least it don't air this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that one will not be aired. So
we won't even need to cut that.
Let's get back to the freaking point of what we were discussing. If I could figure this out,
a little pleasantries. You know what I mean? Little everyday, little how you doing type situations.
So Aaron Barcott's back with us, Pasco's finest high school basketball coach, with the cutoff sleeves, working on that tan. I hope your ass was out there in the yard doing some yard work today, since you didn't make me go drink earlier all day.
Changing out some sprinkler heads and whatnot. So I was doing some. I still got dirt all over my hands from digging up holes. I got to go fill up after this.
That's
good.
Right.
Wife's got
I didn't get done. I didn't get done in time, so I just cut it off. So I've got holes in my backyard right now. And the sprinkler head's just sitting there.
Okay.
And then now it's big homie's back in the house. I missed the conversation that we were attempting to have earlier of what the hell you were been up to, homie.
Yeah, no. We were on a TV vibe, and we were just talking about what stuff we were zoning out on. But yeah, no, I'm tripping out right now because I haven't even started watering yet, and he's already hooking up. He's already got sprinklers and stuff popping. I have not.
Yeah, because it's a motherfucking 100 degrees over here.
That's what I'm saying. I'm tripping. It's a climate difference.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Plus, you guys get a ton of rain. We don't get that rain, so
right.
We've had sprinklers going since I want to say April. 1st of April is when they turn everything on over here.
Yeah, my wife, she was just telling me get everything back together because we got a little setup, and I was like, "No, it's too early. It's still raining, misting, some kind of moisture, precipitation at least once a week still." Gotcha. So we haven't had a constant stretch. Even when it was 95, I was joking with this cat a couple of weeks back. The next day it was 65 and raining after the day after it was 95. So it's wild. But yeah, no, we were just zoning. We were talking about this TV situation and how crazy some of these shows are. And we were both talking about Westworld, and I'm coming a little late to the party because they have 3 seasons already in the books. And number 4 is running currently, right?
Yep.
So, but yeah, man, it's really one of those heady shows, man, and you got to be really.
Like he says, yep.
Yeah, you really got to be paying attention because I slipped and watched the whole first season, and I told my wife, I says, "Look, I think this is something that you could get into," because she's always had this little weird theory that it's a game being played above our heads, right? And we're just being moved around, right? And I always say, and because of the way I grew up, you know, I mean, everybody's got their own different things, right? And I said, man, you crazy and lost your damn mind, man. There's no way. Get the hell out of here. I know better than that. I don't know better than that. I don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I do know is that I don't know anything, right? And this show, man, mad crazy. And I told her she missed a couple episodes, and she was like, the way you're talking, I'd have to watch it from the beginning because I would have missed too much of the buildup, right?
Yeah.
But
tons of character development. You wouldn't understand why the characters are the way they are.
I don't even know who is who. which is super crazy. So if everybody y'all been on that, man, I'm telling you, you've been on a roller coaster for a minute, man. But yeah, so it's a bunch of them out there, man. All these streaming services and stuff like that, man. I don't know about if y'all got the Hulu and the whole nine and the Disney and the whole nine, but you remember back in the day, cable used to be enough, bro.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get me fired up right now, bitch? Is that what
Let's
you're trying to
go.
do?
Let's
You're trying
go.
to get me fired up, I think.
Look,
it ain't gonna work, homie.
Because
it ain't gonna work.
I'm gonna tell you.
I agree. I agree.
I'm
100%.
mad old school. I'm mad
You
old
just
school,
click
bro.
on the TV and you can watch whatever the hell you want. You pay for it all at one time.
It's
And
mad
plus-
stuff on there.
And plus, look how the streaming goes. The streaming is bullshit. We just had to cut off the first 5 minutes
Technology is
of
crazy.
an episode because the technology is all fuckery. It's a whole bunch of fuckery around here. It is damn country folks over here in the east side. Man, it is wild out here. This connection obviously was a little suspect earlier. No, everything's streaming. Don't you think? I don't know. I've never streamed any. I've never paid for all the services.
Talk to me.
But if you pay for all the streaming services,
yes,
doesn't that add up to a cable bill?
More.
And then how come all the streaming dumbass services can't just all get along because they're all money hungry billionaire bitches like we talked about last week?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Just have one big fucking platform and just pay the real providers to do the right job, because none of these motherfuckers can do the right job.
They do have one big platform that you just pay to do one job. It's called cable.
It's cable.
It's cable.
Right.
They're getting away from that, and there's shows that like CBS and whatnot. There's different shows they put on the streaming that you can't get on the regular NBC or CBS,
which is stupid.
Like, with like Picard, for example, they don't show Picard on CBS. You got to get that.
The Yellowstone's prequel. I can't even see that because it's on Paramount Plus somewhere.
Yeah, 1883.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're going to do another one, by the way, that's going to take the same, obviously a different generation.
Yeah.
It's the next generation where they grew up in the Great Depression on that land where they stopped. Remember when
1883?
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's
hard.
What is that on? I haven't been. I wanted
Paramount
to watch that
Plus.
Cable.
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
And then what's the other one that's got Jeremy Renner on it? Or whatever his name is, plays Black Hawk.
Some Kings. I've seen that. I know what you're talking about.
Oh no, I ain't seen that.
I haven't watched it, but I saw something like that.
There's two seasons on it, and I love it, man.
But I'm saying, look at what we all we have to do. I'm telling you, we literally have to go in and out of multiple different places to watch certain shows.
Exactly,
right?
Yes.
Am I that old school that I still value the flicking through the channel, the old school channel surf, and run across something and get a chance to test drive it for 20 minutes or so, and then till the commercial hit, then go to something else or go to something else. I got to go in and out and in and out, and there's all this. And everybody I got half of my stuff from somebody else who's paying for it, right? And that's what's going on. I mean, I ain't mad. Come find me. You ain't gonna be able to do it. So the way you got your own, and then you got 3-4 other services that somebody else done plugged you, right? I gotta go in and out. I gotta be worried about these passwords and all of this stuff. And the stuff like you said, how come everybody does not have universal 5G speed level service at this point, bro? I mean, why should it be different in one location versus the other country or not?
You
know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter at this point. Look at what we're doing as far as technology. You're trying to tell me we still having choppy situations still nowadays?
This is desert over here, bro. You can't tell me that. What'd you say, Barcott? We talked when we got in the car, the fiber optics or whatever, the iron or linoleum or whatever the hell
iron
runs
and
through
linoleum.
the cables run through there. How come this is a freaking desert? Everything's clear, wide open space.
Yeah.
All this shit should work
Towers.
just fine. However, I just thought of a great idea before I get on a different rant.
Let's go.
I just thought of a genius idea how we're always out here fixing the all-star games for all these specific sports. I just thought of an idea.
Easy for you to say.
All these idiots you could put it on a cable platform or a cable type platform where you're scrolling through, and then it pops up. If you're scrolling through channel, whatever it is, 3,400, this is Hulu.
Yeah.
Instead of having to go to the app, wait for it to load.
But it's on demand though. The thing is, it's on demand though, which I appreciate. I'm telling you, I've already turned into like a millennial because I can't stand commercials no more. Now when I watch regular TV, that's the one thing that I have found that I'm real irritated by commercials nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
See, but that's funny because now after being here for the last 2 weeks, I miss the fucking commercials. You know why? Because when a commercial comes on, you can flip to something else and watch that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. But see, you know what? One of the big things, and this goes back to a conversation we had either a couple months back or whatnot about the white man can't jump. Speak on this. Listen to this. How come Netflix don't have the damn movies no more? Where is the archive of movies all in one spot? I got to go to 8 different places to find an old school movie if I feel like watching it commercial free right damn now. Netflix used to be the video store that used to deliver through the mail, right? Yep. And then all of a sudden they threw the stuff, 2006-ish, something like that. They start throwing everything on the TV, right? Because smart TVs start coming out, right? Okay, so now there's an app for it. I feel you. But where the hell all the movies go? You know where the hell all the movies go? CBS took all of their movies. Universal took all their damn movies. Fox took all their damn movies. All these damn companies, and now they got their own apps. Disney got their own apps. That's what
Disney was the one that started. Disney Plus started that. They yanked everything off, and then NBC started the Peacock, and that's why they yanked like all the Office off of Netflix.
Saturday Night Lives, all that.
And then Peacock even expanded into now they've got movies right off the movie theater. So I just watched one that had just left the theaters like a week ago, and Peacock's already got it on there.
Oh, so, I just seen something like that with the kids.
Yeah, so they're beating Netflix to everything. Like the cartoon was the Bad Guys.
Yeah, Bad Guys.
That's just it. Peacock.
It was just in the theater.
Yep. And so that's why Netflix.
Never even heard of it.
That's why Netflix is now spending so much money on their own reality TV shows, their own series, because all these other platforms are outbidding them for. Yeah, remember Netflix was crashing about a year ago financially.
Yeah.
All these other
recover.
All these other apps were outbidding them for the movies. I mean, when you have like Disney can just say, guess what? We're pulling all the Avengers stuff and all the Star Wars stuff. And that's what.
And that's the one thing that Netflix don't do though. Netflix doesn't have like a studio like that. They don't pump out product. They was the place where you got the product from. So now they're trying to switch. And they did hit a home run with Ozarks. If y'all don't know nothing about Ozark, you better learn. Man. I'm just saying, because they hit a lick with Ozark and a couple of other ones that I can't think of off the top of my head. Russian Doll is another good one. The chick on there remind me of Stix, bro. I'm telling you. She's mad. No, just personality wise. Mad wild, bro, just out here just doing everything, doing the most, the mayor of the city, all that.
COVID.
You just referred to me as some chick on the show, bro.
I'm just telling you, go look at her mannerisms. You'll be like,
what I love on Netflix that COVID killed was QB1 and Last Chance U. COVID killed those two series.
I've been telling people about Last Chance U for years, brother. Years, brother. I've been telling people
and then,
about that.
Because the last one they did,
because they got the basketball one, right?
They flipped to basketball, and that was.
I've already seen all that. Yep.
Yeah, because they had to cancel their playoffs right before as COVID hit, and then they haven't done one since. It's been 2 years, and then I went to see because they were filming QB1 even during COVID when high school sports started coming back. And they never released it. In fact, you go to Netflix now, they don't even have all 3 seasons anymore. They've got like 10 episodes total out of the 3 years. Like they've started to even take that off because it's so old.
It's probably on there somewhere. Netflix is like a maze of just like, I hope you found it the first time and you liked it or saved it or did something, because you ain't gonna never see that damn thing again. Okay, if you're looking for something, you see something, you let a couple weeks go by, it ain't gonna be on the main page. It's gonna be a hard damn thing to find. Okay, Netflix is a crazy ass labyrinth, bro.
All right, we just talked about 15 minutes on
winning
technology and movies and all that, which is good. That's what we do. We just chop it up, have a great time. So let's get into some real shit. How about that? If you guys are down, unless you guys got to go and, tend to sprinklers or rejuvenate a freaking bathroom or a ceiling or clean out the hot tub, an Ops Big Homie, I know you've been doing a lot of work lately around that house, but we're gonna get started into some real stuff. Put me on blast. I gotta put you on blast. Hey, check out the Sports Stix with Stix and Ops Big Homie on the YouTube channel. Subscribe. This one's probably, by the time you listen to it, maybe up there. I don't know when it's going to come out, but it's Thursday, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show on whichever platform you listen to. They're always there. Hey, we appreciate you savages like my boy Jay Byron, who listened to the whole 3 hours of our nonsense last week on the podcast while he was sitting at Buffalo Wild Wings. So shout out to you, brother.
Shout out to
watching
him.
the Mariners, watching the Mariners game, because they don't have it audio, but he sits at Buffalo Wild Wings weekly and listens to the podcast while he's there enjoying his time. So major shout out for that. That's super dope. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Grab some of these t-shirts. Oh, wait, I don't know if you see it. You can't see it on the audio, but you'll see it on the video. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow this guy, Anonymous Big Homie, at homie_anonymous. And then just, shoot us some messages about how you need to hear less of the Yankee talk from Aaron Barcott. How about that? Because there will be no Yankee talk today. Well, there'll be a little bit, but before I get into that,
you got to talk about something.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry. We were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Oh, see, that's this guy talking. But before we
get into that, dude got hurt, man. We talking about doing 60. I mean, I don't know how long you're gonna be out for, but I mean, if you want to hold off, just hold off. I mean, it's whatever.
Before we get into that, I have to give
gotta talk Yankees.
Some bullshit first.
What happened?
Because this guy can't figure out if he wants to be on Twitter or if he doesn't want to be on Twitter. He wants to be on Twitter. He doesn't want to be on Twitter. So I'm out here being on Twitter, attempting to help us all out, get us some recognition, get us to be able to get into some back and forth and build something up and get into some conversations and find out what you all want to hear.
Okay.
But this motherfucker doesn't listen and doesn't check his Twitter. But one time he does just go off and like all 37 messages that I have him tagged in. So, hey, props to you, brother. I appreciate it.
Welcome, you got to do it when you're there. You got to do it when you're there.
Welcome back to the show.
Man, you know my opinion on that damn thing, man. I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like all these social services, you just like talking to nobody. So I don't like feeling like I'm talking to nobody. So, I jump in there, but I always feel weird doing it. You know what I mean? But hey, anybody want to engage, you know the call sign, homie_anonymous. I mean, hit me straight up in the mentions. You know what I mean? I'll holler back. You know what I mean? If you got something that you want to talk about, get off your chest, I'm there for all of that.
Hey, in your defense, you do have a family, you do have a life. You're not like me, unemployed, not like Barcott.
I ain't got my notifications
unemployed for the
on.
summer.
Yeah. No, it ain't notifying me every time anything happens.
We get paid. We get paid. Don't get that wrong.
That's not unemployed. I guess you're right.
I always tell the kids July 31st is my favorite paycheck because it's the 1 month I get paid full pay and didn't do 1 second of work.
Hey, gotta love that.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true, homie, or that's not true, Barcott, because you just had a basketball clinic last night, didn't you? Oh, yeah, that's for June. That's for July.
That's but I'm not getting paid for that, and then I don't run it. I just sit down and do it. So I have somebody else run it. So I just basically host it. I host the gym. So I just literally sit in the chair and was playing games on my phone.
Man, that better be a heavy duty chair. All right, let's get into some sports talk. How about that? What do we do? That's what we do. Homie keeps referencing that there's not a lot to talk about. There's not a lot to do. It's just baseball. Well, there is just baseball, but there's also a lot of off-season news. And we're going to get into baseball because we cannot forget about the MLB
Bobby
season.
Bonilla Day? Oh.
Yeah, Barcott. Bro, I saw a cool shirt. I sent it to Barcott. It was awesome. Whatever the number is, Bobby Bonilla Day. Blah, 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 1 million, whatever, 330.
Wow, down to the penny?
Down to the penny.
Yeah, and that's what's up. I like
it. And it had the date, and then until
right.
the 2035 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that was pretty dope. But yeah, there's lots to talk about, brother. You know what? I know that you guys both saw this. I hope you saw this. And I actually ended up being able to watch this. Joey Jaws Chestnut, 15-time champ now, busted the chokehold out on the protester in the middle of the contest and only ended up, what did he end up with? 63 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But what a fucking savage, bro. Hey, you want to, next year when we do in March, when we do our GOAT, I can't believe we forgot about this guy 2020 when we started or 2021, we did our GOAT championship. Homie, because Joey Chestnut needs to be on that list.
Yeah, I would agree with you, man. I mean, after I seen the clip of it, the first thing that popped into my head was the Hulk Hogan walk down music, the original version. I am a real American. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I thought of because the way he grasped that and then the snap, I'm telling you, my old school wrestling coach would have been impressed. Well, you got to throw that half. You don't just put it on. You throw that bad boy. And when he had him, that snatch, that was enough for me. I was like, man, Joey Chestnut just dropped a big leg like the Hulkster, man. That was serious business and went right back to conducting his business.
Yes. Facts, bro. On the fucking broken leg. Throw down, and then your boy George Shea, right? Is that his name? George Shea,
sir.
Right?
Yeah.
Man, he went in there for some fisticuffs. And by the way, I hope he's doing okay because you can see him shaking on the. So I hope he's doing all right and he gets around for a while. But he powered through it too. That was pretty awesome to see. Speaking of borrowing services, had the Hulu channel, so I actually got to watch that.
Yes,
so it was dope.
Yeah, Mr. George intro for Joey Chestnut was epic this year. I mean, it was. I mean, he topped himself every year. I think that his Joey Chestnut intro promo is like the top of the top. Like he should be in WWE. But this year, man, I'm telling you, he's major.
George Shea, Bruce Buffer, same alignment, same area, same tier, pretty damn close in what they do.
You talking about Michael Buffer or Bruce Buffer? You think Bruce Buffer is on top of Michael Buffer, the old school? Let's get ready to roll.
Oh yeah, Bruce Buffer's the G. Bruce Buffer's the G, and then Michael Buffer's the brother. But is George Shea in the same alignment as these two?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I mean, he's WWE. they don't really cut a promo. The announcer doesn't cut a promo for the entry. Okay. He is cutting a promo for the entry walk down. Yeah, because the only thing that can compete with that would be a boxing announcement when they give the nickname and the long drawn out.
The Bruce Buffer UFC.
Yeah.
Bruce Buffer UFC countdown. All the announcement when he's out there and getting the fighters announced. That's the best way to go. But I just thought that was a cool little idea. But yeah, they're right there together. George Shea is the man. You guys hear about this college football player though? Real quick on college football, let alone the realignment we a little assessed to last week, which we'll get more information as the years go by.
Well, shit, that's gonna be making a difference pretty soon. Watch
the alignment.
This UCLA and USC situation is going to start making some ripples pretty soon with some things, because go ahead.
I know the Big 12 has already reached out to 6 of the remaining 10 in the Pac-10. I know it's Pac-12, but it's just, I know USC and UCLA are there for another 2 years, but it's essentially the Pac-10 at this point in time. So I know the Big 12 has reached out to 6 of them to have them join, because they're losing Oklahoma and Texas. Losing Oklahoma and Texas, so they want to add 4 more to get them to 14, I think, at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's the ripple effects. The Pac-12 may be dead. Like it may be
it is
former.
Okay,
I mean, it's the Mountain West right now with USC and UCLA leaving. But if these schools all leave, it may be just gone. It may be deceased.
Well, the first part of this is that the whole situation. The situation is different, but the whole atmosphere and the whole delegation of these teams to be in a certain area is what college football is about, right? Because you want to own the West, you want to own the Southeast Conference, you want to own the Southeast, you want to own the Midwest and all that, right?
Right.
So when you have all these teams, like for example, you said UCLA and USC going wherever the hell they're going.
Yeah, they're playing Minnesota in the
not
snow.
On the West Coast, right?
A road game for a football road game in Minnesota in the snow. Yeah, man, when the season's boiling down to it.
It just doesn't make any sense. It's
wild.
Obviously money that's what it's all about. But as far as like a college football fan and a college football, anybody who wants to watch teams compete, you would think that it'd be more entertaining to the areas and of where these teams can play. So West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, Southeast, and all that. So you have for example, Florida State and Florida. If you pull Florida State and one at Florida State or Florida or Miami out of Florida to go compete in the Pac-12 over on the West Coast, West Coast, then you're never going to be able to actually back your team, take trips to go from city to city or state, jump a plane and go to the next state to watch your team play. As far as that goes, it just baffling to me that it's so out of control now. Like it's not about the area anymore. It's just about money.
And that's what college football's always been about. College sports, period, has been about money. That's
100%.
why they
now you see it with the NIL.
Right. Well, that's why they refuse to pay kids, because they wanted to make their money. So what I will say, and I will push back on almost everything you said, is in the Pac-12, it's become a joke. It's a terrible conference. And so do you want to see when you've got USC loading up, and they're going to be loaded? Do they want to sit around and play Cal and Oregon State and Colorado, or do they want to make a big push to get into the Final Four of the playoffs by playing Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State? So that's going to make them a better program. The big piece too is the UCLA AD talked about, and it is money. So when you talk about track and field, outside of Austin, Texas, is dominated collegiately. You know, LSU, Austin, Texas, and then you got the West Coast. Oregon, UCLA, USC.
Oregon track.
UCLA said we left because we were going to have to cancel all Olympic sports at our school. And so when you talk about it, the Pac-12, because they're not a dominant conference anymore, TV networks don't care about them. And so I think they said that the school share this year was right around $35 million. The minute they go to the Big Ten, it's $80 million.
Yeah.
And that's without knowing what the Big Ten's new TV contract is going to be.
Exactly.
When they get there. They're going to have a new TV contract, which means it'll probably be closer to 90 to 100. The UCLA AD already said moving to the Big Ten saved all of our Olympic sports, track and field, gymnastics, swimming. We just saved all those athletes because in 2 years, all those athletes get cut loose.
Yep. That's the thing that gets swept under the rug is those other sports, the Olympic style sports that are collegiate. And they're all piggybacking off of the big money sport, which is football. And I mean, and that's what it all boils down to is you think about all of the conferences that have a network. This is the whole thing. Those are going to be the ones, right? Because they're going to go and pull and nitpick a USC to come to my network because now I have a presence now on the West Coast for viewing and advertisement sales. Absolutely. Stix, I feel you because at the heart of hearts for the fan who sits in this chair and watches that screen and looks like us, they are purists and they do want it to be a regional type situation so you could have all of these rivalries. You don't imagine UW not playing the Cougars. None ever because they're not in conference. They're not in conference with each other anymore. So now that's the end of the Apple Cup or some of these ones that are, you know what I mean? So if Washington was nice at football, right, and somebody wanted them that bad to where they would really consider leaving, right? A state school is not going to leave, right? So, but independent could just be up and bounce just like that. So, or it'd be less likely for them to do it. So yeah, I feel both things, but I mean the paper that's going to be made with these networks, and that's who it is. It's going to be these networks that already have a footprint, the Big 12 network, the Big 10 network, the ACC network. They're going to be pulling people so they can get footprint.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah. Sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah. Sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
And spots in other states where they do not have the current recognition and they don't necessarily care about tradition in that way. It's all about where can I expand my horizons in terms of how much my earning potential could be because I haven't tapped that area over there. That's all it is.
And by the way, this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen if USC doesn't hire Lincoln Riley. It doesn't happen if it's not from the transfer portal that allows USC probably going to finish a top 8 team in the nation this year. And so this doesn't happen if USC is just bumming around at 4-8 again, because this is USC driven. UCLA is just the passenger in the car.
It's coming.
They're just coming because USC knew we had to take somebody. We may as well take this guy because when they have to start flying out here, Why have them fly to Oregon and LA?
Exactly.
Just have them fly to LA. And so this is all USC driven, and USC couldn't do this if it weren't for Lincoln Riley. Now we got a legitimate head coach that can go coach toe-to-toe with anybody in the Big Ten. And then he's already built this program back up to be something special. And plus, USC knows, and the Big Ten takes a risk, knowing that they might let a team into their division or conference that might own their conference right away. Because remember, Lincoln Riley's got 2 more recruiting classes and 2 more transfer portals to load up before he steps into the Big Ten. So
I have one more.
They're going to be.
I have one more thing to add to this too. I know how they're all a bunch of greedy bastards and they all want all the money and they're doing all this, right? Which they've done for years, as Barcott, represented earlier, which is not wrong. That's how it's been, right? Yeah. So another part of this situation, or this demographic part of this, is, okay, let's say, homie, your daughter or your son plays, professional or goes to UW. And then all of a sudden they're in a conference in playing Minnesota or Notre Dame. How much more is it going to cost you to be able to go watch your family play in that conference than it would be to just go jump on a plane to go to USC, to California, to Nevada, to Oregon, to Idaho?
I'm not going to that game. Yeah, I'm not going
to that game. It's going to be a lot harder for the families to represent. So I think we'll leave it on that. Unless you got one more, you got something else to add? Go ahead, Barcott.
Yeah, NIL money is going to allow those kids. Plus, those schools fly out. If you're a top 3 kid, they fly your parents out. The NIL money will allow those kids to get their parents flown out. USC has already announced they're going to try.
But not all kids are going to get that NIL money, though.
That's not true. That's not true.
Not all kids are going to get that NIL money.
That's
not all true. Kids are going to get enough.
I think these boosters are going to try to work out a way for equality with some of the paper. It's not going to be like we pooling our tips or nothing like that, right? Because the quarterback ain't going to kick in like that if he's making $500,000.
Exactly. So let me finish, because Jason wants to keep arguing with me, but let me finish with USC as an example. USC has, and you just brought it up, Big Home, USC has enough big-time alum that they literally, because now they can, will pay the lesser players to take a job. Freaking George Lucas is an alum. You've got all kinds of people in Hollywood that are alums of USC. They will pay these kids to go work out on a movie lot, go work out and do whatever. And then USC has already said they're going to give each of their athletes probably $6,000 to $8,000 a year. So then that's without even taking NIL money. So now you're looking at kids that I would normally agree with you because they weren't getting paid. Now they're going to get $12,000 to $15,000. And so that's going to help offset being able to get mom to go to Ohio State. Now, obviously, like Big Homie said, I'm not flying out to every single Big Ten game that's on the road. I'm not going to go see you play. I'm not going to go see you play Minnesota. But hey, you got that $15,000. Let's look at getting a couple tickets to send mom and dad to the Big House in Michigan. The Horseshoe to Ohio State. Well, let's go hit those big games.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll come down and watch. Yeah.
Okay, you're tripping. Yes, I want to argue with you about this, and we're going to argue about this probably for a long time after this. But the point is, Johnny Longsnapper isn't going to be able to, his family isn't going to afford to be able to go watch him play across the country every weekend and afford a hotel and all the accommodations. I've been here for 2 weeks and we have nieces and nephews. All of us have nieces and nephews or whatever that play in sports across just the state around wherever they're from. And that shit's expensive. So you're talking about Johnny, Skywalker trying to go be the long snapper for Michigan and has to go play in California or go watch in California. The point is not everybody's going to get that NIL long buddy.
He's probably got some paper. That's apples and oranges because you're comparing parents who aren't getting any funding. It's coming out of pocket. You're forgetting what I just said. These kids, USC has already said, we're going to pay kids. And then the boosters have already said, like Big Homie said, we'll find them some jobs that are easy and they can make some extra cash. So now because boosters
Oh, so now they have to work. Now they have to work when they weren't going to work.
Program. It's a work study program.
They already do that at college.
Yeah, that's a normal thing.
Instead of the athletes already do that. So instead of Johnny Longsnapper, who's got to sit around and hand out towels at the weight room for his work study, now he's going to go sit on a car lot or a Hollywood, movie set doing some basic and get like 10 times the money he got sitting over there handing out towels and doing laundry. His work study is now going to be, doing whatever on the car lot or the Hollywood lot with all the alumni, because now alumni can officially pay these kids. So you think that these kids are going to sit there and take $5,000 work study at USC, or am I going to go make $15,000 walking around on a car lot for 3 months, plus the money they're going to cut me, the college itself? So yeah, you're comparing apples to oranges.
Well, I'm just
all right, Barcott. Well, look at it. No matter how much you think you are, so
well, see, look, somebody's right, because the kid in Texas, that transferred to Texas, that went to Alabama, he sold his all his championships rings, Rose Bowl, the whole nine, all the way up to the title game rings, 3 of them to somebody, and now they're at the damn Pawn Stars. Listed for $60,000. So if they're listed, if they made their way all the way to Vegas, right? These 3 rings for $60,000, how much did he get if that's what Pawn Stars has them listed for? So these young dudes is trying to get whatever little monies that they can get now, because this little ring probably didn't mean that much to this dude. I mean, I want to know what y'all would think. I would keep my joints. I like that, homie.
We'll revisit that in part 2, because we will be right back. We just need to take a little commercial break. So the Chris, the producer, get on and can fire up a little commercial break in here, and then you guys can all grab yourself a Leinenkugels or a Coors Light or
put your ring
Maker's Mark. We'll cut some promos for that later. All right, bro. Hold on one sec. We'll be right back.
You're listening to your weekly sports fix with Stix.
He's like, let's go for a walk. I'm like, can we? He goes, yeah. So we go with his buddy, part of the security unit there.
Of course. You guys look like you're getting escorted.
We do. Then we start walking around the mansion. He's showing us some things. And I see these 2 people walking toward us. I'm like, hey, Eddie, that Chris Brown? He goes, yeah, that's Chris Brown. Cool. Hey, Chris, what's going on, man? How you doing? All right, take care, man. Hey, you're cool too. He was with Busta Rhymes.
Oh, shoot. Shut up.
Yeah. We start walking away, and he goes, do you know him? And I go, nope. He's walking away going, who the hell is that white dude?
That?
Now back to your weekly sports fix with Stix.
On some, I just experimented one day at a party. That's him. So.
Why do you get that recorded?
I know, not that homie just experimented at a party. We were in a mid-conversation about some other stuff, which I should have started recording a half a second before that, and I missed it. I was trying to find the right time when you had something going on. But what'd you say fentanyl was nowadays?
Well, no, I was just saying
the one hitter quitter, right?
Why you guys are still doing the right thing in the world, being men, true men, and having a taste of an alcoholic beverage, adult alcoholic beverage every now and again. I haven't had the opportunity to do so since I've been on this medication, since the paperwork happened to read may cause death if you take alcohol with this. Now, this is in the precautions paperwork.
You're smart enough at least to do that, because that's what cost, unfortunately, that young man with the Baltimore Ravens. He was mixing cocaine and fentanyl.
See, and see, I'm not even going to experiment with that. I might experiment if the bottle says, may cause dizziness. You know what I mean? That I will go, all right, well, let's test the line a little bit.
But when it says death.
Yeah.
And when it says you may die.
Yeah, one pill, I might try it. But you may die, I'm not even fooling around. But see, what you were talking about. There's new stuff out there. You never know how your body is going to respond to any of this foolishness, because I done heard way too many stories of chilling. I'm just out here with the homies, and this is a peer pressure situation, and a little kid, high school, people that's in Hollywood, one time at a party, they're out of here, bro. And
that's what happens,
those are
man,
chances
big time.
I'm not willing to take.
Yeah, you're a bigger man than me. I don't know about taking those chances, but I need the little sip here and there. Hey, before we left last time, we are back.
Gotta go with the gummies now. Gotta go with the gummies. You know what I'm saying?
No gummies. That's
gummies.
you though.
It's working for my pain. It's a CBD based gummy. You know what I mean? So,
hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, homie. We need to get you back on that, ready for that golf course. Oh yeah. By the way, now I'm gonna put you on blast real quick for all the people out there, because I've been asking your fucking dumbass. Now you're getting me mad. I've been asking your dumbass for fucking 6 months if you're gonna play golf. Tell the people that you will be at the Hindu Classic on July 30th, playing golf, supporting the brand out there, whether you like it or not, on July 30th. Is that a yes? I'll be there. That's all I got. That's all I need.
It's 100% chance that I might be there.
That you will be there. No might bullshit.
He just said 100% might. He gave you the yes.
No, that's not might is not a word. It's just like can't. You have to take can't out of your situation.
You have 35 minutes on this recording. And you're wasting time.
So we got 1 minute for an honest big homie to say he will be at the golf tournament one way or another. It's already paid for. We're good to go. He'll be representing the brand out there to communicate and network with the people. Homies in?
There's a very
Lucky Land Casino asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Good chance.
All right, homies in. All right, bro. We're gonna get to this. You all heard it here first at 5:05.
I don't know if they heard though.
They will hear. They will hear all about it. I ain't playing games right now. We ain't got time for that. Your ass is gonna be there. So we talked about the ex-Alabama player, Keelan Robinson, with his Rose Bowl ring, his title rings, SEC rings, Pawn Stars in Vegas, 60,000. Homie asked, what do you think you got for him? They're up for 60,000 right now. Is that what they're up for?
And would you do it?
And would you do it?
Now, here's the reason he did it, by the way. And so before we answer the would you do it, let's shed some more light. This was not a starter. This kid was not even active. He did not play in any of those games.
To the point we were talking about.
Yep. He was just one of those kids you see on the sideline with just jeans or sweats and his jersey on. So
I put his name out there.
So that's my point. So before we answer the question, would you do it? Had I actually gone out there, obviously he practiced. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
Had it had been somebody out there accumulating stats and adding to that win, 100%, I do not do it. Because I need my grandkids to see Grandpappy did this. You can go look me up on YouTube. I did this. And here's the proof. I understand as an athlete coming from the mindset, dude, they didn't even suit me up. I didn't earn these rings. I was just practice fodder to go get the defense to hit me. I didn't get suited up. Now, who knows? The kid could have had 1,000 different reasons why Saban didn't suit him up. And that's, probably led to his transfer to Texas or whatever. So if I was in his shoes, I don't know. I wouldn't have cared about the rings because I didn't earn them. I was just some dude and everybody on that team that I played with would have known this dude didn't earn this. He didn't. So no one's going to give me I can't go back to like the national championship reunion and flash my ring because everybody's going to be, dude, you didn't carry the ball.
He's not even Robert Ory in the situation, right? So it's like for me, I'm thinking
100% you get rid of them. 100% you get rid of them. You may keep one just for sentimental value if you're about that, but if you're not, then you just roll on and just be like, you know what? I 100% like Barcott said, I didn't participate in the on-field part of it.
Yeah.
Of course, 100% of the athletes that practice are still part of the team, right? So you still have that, but at the same time, it's one of those things you can let go to get a little extra cash. Nothing wrong with that, in my opinion.
And I don't know the situation behind it, but I would have sold him
He's a young dude. If I'm him, and he's a young dude, I've been to college, dude. When your funds are low and you're not a scholarship athlete, you know what I'm saying. So I'm thinking if they're at Pawn Stars for 60, I watch Pawn Stars. I know how Rick be trying to get people down on the price. You know what I mean? So he probably got 30, maybe 35. I'm guessing because it's got to be profit in it for
all
everybody.
three.
Right.
For all three, though.
It's got to be
and
profit in it for the
60.
dude. The dude is trying to get 50 or something, and then Rick on top of that's trying to get the money back plus another 10 by selling them in there.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The dude's gonna sell each of those for 60 a piece, like it says or whatever. But easy money for Pawn Stars. But all right, well, we'll revisit that in a couple of weeks when it comes out that those rings sold to some Alabama local who bought them for $150,000 a piece and then donated half of it to Keelan Robinson, which should be what happens. When you listen to this, Alabama fans, donate some of that money back to old boy. He deserves it for giving up those championship rings.
That would be cool
for you to have. So hey, let's get into some MLB, people, because there's a lot to talk about right here, and we got, we're gonna keep this short for all the people. And shout out to my boy Jordan Byron again for listening to the whole 3-hour podcast at Buffalo Wild Wings. We need to get a sponsor for them when he's out there watching the games. So we're gonna talk. No kidding. Why can't we get a piece of that? We're gonna talk a little baseball, and we're gonna start, since I always give you guys the floor about your Dodgers, homie.
Oh, is that what he does? Is that what he normally does? That's what you normally do? Okay.
And your Yankees, Barcott.
Oh, yeah. He normally just gives us the floor and lets us
Normally, we don't have a lot to talk about, but we have a lot of Mariners to talk about right now.
Oh, this time.
So
this time.
This time. We're going to go right now. So save
20 minutes talking about a team still not at 500.
Oh, stop with your negativity. That's what we're gonna do. I knew the negativity was coming. There's a couple other things we want to discuss, but we probably won't get to those today. We'll get to those next week. But however, hottest team in the last 15 days, I already had this in pencil and paper.
The Dodgers.
Mariners are 12-3 in the last 15 days, right? So
they were 10 games under 500.
They were pretty damn close.
They're 12-3.
Hey, I didn't give them no love. I didn't give them no love the whole year. Once they get down, just like last year. Once they get down, I start, being Mr. Negative, and guess what happens? When I'm Mr. Negative, they start winning. My boys all hit me up on Twitter, DMs, text messages, say, "Hey, you just keep being Mr. Negative," because evidently that works for them. Well, I'm not going to be Mr. Negative. It's been working. 4 games out of the last wild card spot right now. And guess who they're playing this week? Starts tonight on Thursday with the matchup of Casey Lawrence. Who the fuck knows who that is, from Toronto, against Marco, who's been solid in his last 5 appearances. So tonight starts the sweep of the Toronto Blue Jays. Nothing less. Anything less is unacceptable. Okay, so we got 4 games right now to make up.
They can't even go 2-1.
It's 4 games, idiot, Mr. Matt, Mr. History.
I didn't know. I don't pay attention to Mariners, so I didn't know if they were in a 3-game or 4-game series.
All right, well,
you just said they got a sweep. You just said they got a sweep.
They're gonna sweep. They're gonna sweep this. So don't even try to start with me right now.
I got money to go.
The only matchup that is gonna be a chance for the Toronto Blue Jays is on Saturday when they have Alek Manoah against Robbie Ray, which is going to be a good matchup. All right. And the Mariners, if they can't score any runs against Alek Manoah, then that's going to be a problem, because with Robbie Ray, he's in the last six starts, he's like 5-0 with the no decision. And then a 0.82 ERA or whatever. Anyways, my point is, this is the night that it starts to get to 500, above 500, and get into the wild card chase. And It's going to start tonight. It's going to be fun to watch. That's why I want to go somewhere and hang out and watch the game, but I have no friends. So I'm just going to sit here, watch it on my freaking laptop and have a couple cervezas. And you motherfuckers better have your phones on because you'll be hearing from me all night long. So whenever people listen to this, Mr. Positive is back. If it doesn't work out tonight, Mr. Negative will be back tomorrow. So while we're talking about positivity, and don't both of you motherfuckers look at me like that, like you have something better to say right now. Because,
Just a Mariners analysis is like
speaking
on a game,
of that,
a
the
game
beep
to game
just went
basis.
off in one of the headphones.
This Mariners game to game
Hold on
analysis has got to stop, bro.
right
I mean, come on.
All right,
what is going on?
As we're talking about the Mariners, you got to talk about Julio Rodriguez. For all of you who don't know out there, you have to talk about Julio Rodriguez, and neither one of you haters can hate on this. Julio Rodriguez should be in the All-Star game, and he better be there, by the way, because there's no reason for him not to be there. Fastest player to reach 15 home runs, 20 stolen bases, 81 games. Can you name the other 3 players that have been in that ballpark? Because they're not in the same affiliation as Julio Rodriguez. You got Ellis Burks, you got Barry Bonds, you got Eric Davis. Not 81 games. Also for Julio Rodriguez, and all the Mariner fans out there already know this. I'm just enlightening you two knuckleheads who are just haters and don't have any, and both of you have their fucking hands on your face like you're not paying attention because you don't want to listen to this. Well, listen up, motherfuckers.
I agree. You could be in the
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I'm still giving you some info.
He comes
the
off
only
the bench.
player, Mariners is the only, Julio Rodriguez is the only player in history with 15 plus home runs, 15 doubles, and 20 stolen bases in 81 games.
Yeah, that's a great.
I think that was from my boy Jeff Passan. By the way, I didn't get those stats myself. I got to get the credit.
Yeah, he's Ricky Henderson, man. He's the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
who are you talking? This has nothing to do with Ricky Henderson.
Oh, come on, man. I mean, the
Henderson
promo that you just cut for this
but
kid,
he's not the only player in history with this in his first 81 games, is he?
It's a great achievement.
Only player in history.
It's a great achievement.
So put this guy in
a young career.
Put this guy in the
Hall of
All-Star
Fame
game.
right now.
Put this kid in the All-Star game.
Let's go.
Okay, so
and we'll revisit this in 20 years.
He's a young Harmon Killebrew, dog. Come on,
man. Here's my problem.
What are you doing?
You
don't have a problem because there's no such thing.
Is he playing the outfield?
Yeah.
So you already have Aaron Judge, the Alvarez kid in Houston, and Mike Trout.
Yeah.
So now you have to eliminate probably 2 other outfielders to get him in. I think his numbers are terrific, and I don't hate on the kid. But hey,
who has a better batting average, Mike Trout or Julio Rodriguez?
It doesn't matter. It's Mike Trout. It's Mike Trout. Don't you? And by the way, do not, because I will call you a freaking idiot right now if you try to compare him to Mike Trout. Don't you ever?
I'm not even entertaining this shenanigan right now.
Mike Trout is a first.
Because you don't want to answer the question who has a better batting average after Julio Rodriguez went the month of April and half of May by getting
fantastic.
Yeah,
let's see what he's doing in August when he's playing 130 games for the first time in his life.
Let's see what he's doing in August when he's in a playoff hunt and Mike Trout isn't.
I don't think.
I'm not saying I'm comparing him to him. I'm just saying that's just facts. And the only reason the Angels are even relevant is because of Shohei Ohtani. It's not even because of Mike Trout right now.
I'm going to tell you right now, in the outfield, it's going to be Judge, Alvarez, who probably DHs more than he plays in the outfield, but still, and then Trout. So I'm not saying Julio can't go. What I'm saying is, who are we eliminating in Major League Baseball from the outfield to put this
I'm not
kid in
saying
there?
that he should start in the outfield. I said he should be
I'm
represented
That's what
by
I'm saying.
in the All-Star game.
That's what I'm saying. Who are we eliminating to put him in there?
So they only have 3 outfielders in the All-Star game?
No, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to coming off the bench, all the other guys coming off the bench. Who are they going to eliminate to put him in there? Think of all the other outfielders. I already gave you the starting 3. think of all the other outfielders are going to be in contention. Because once you get outside the starters, it's up to the managers to pick. So you talk to me about, again, because you're talking about Benintendi. Now, I realize you're not going to like him because he's in Kansas City, but there's a long line of playoff teams that are going to give up a lot of prospects to Kansas City to get that cat, which means there's a lot of people that believe he can play. So that's you've got some outfielders out there. Now, I'm not disagreeing with you. He shouldn't go. He's got good numbers. But once you get
that's the best thing you've said in the 3,000 podcasts that we've done.
Once it gets to the bench, managers are going to pick guys based off of their resume. We've seen this before. So I mean,
I'm going to tell you in a second. Don't they have the rule to where every team has to be represented anyway? In this situation, then, if that's the case, then who the hell else is going for the Mariners anyway?
Well, that brings me to another good point.
So
Thank
he's
you.
in.
Wait, real quick.
Go ahead.
I got you.
I got you
because another representative,
like he's Ernie Banks. You got to relax, bro.
Another representative for the Mariners is going to be Logan Gilbert, 10-3, 2.61 ERA, 93 Ks, and second behind Verlander in wins in all of baseball.
What? Who is this kid?
Okay, see, that's your problem.
Who did
You're
you
not
say?
paying attention. See,
Wait
this
a minute.
motherfucker don't pay attention.
No, not to them. Who did you say?
Logan Gilbert.
Logan Gilbert has how many wins?
10.
And that's the most. It's got to be tied for the most or something.
Second. Verlander's second. Or Verlander's first with 11.
Verlander got number 11 last night.
Yeah, Verlander got 11. And then your boy Tony Goss from your Dodgers is 10. And then you got Sandy Alcantara 9.
All right. Yeah, Sandy. Right. That's the name I was waiting to hear. Okay.
All right. So that's my Mariners rant. So if y'all don't like it, you two, I know their Mariners people like it. So
I don't have to like it though. All I'm saying is your tone and pitch, the way that you represent this particular squad is a pretty outlandish, bro. I get what you're saying. They're hot right now. Tell me what they've did to get hot that they weren't doing a minute ago. That's what I want to know from a fan perspective. Because they don't have they don't have expectation because they got issues, right? They have issues. So we're not talking like we're talking about the Dodgers where you see them still holding a first place standing in their division, not the first place record in the league by far, because that's the Yankees. But you could see that they only have 2 players batting over 300. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trey Turner and Freddie Freeman holding up the whole whop for us. Mookie's starting to warm up, like I talked about last week. 18 home runs for my man's right here. Starting to get his back going. You know what I mean? Gavin Lux is doing a little something. But this is what we're talking about. So I'm talking about them trying to get their machine going. Right. I'm not sitting here going, Freddie Freeman is the savior of the Dodgers right now, because that's what you just put on this young dude right now. Like you're talking, when I hear you talk about this dude, you're talking to me like I should be expecting Nomar Garciaparra or A-Rod or something. Right. I understand he's got a great accomplishment for a young buck. People always love the analytics.
That's what you want to see in the All-Star game, right?
The first 100 game.
You want to see the young talent in the All-Star game. But with that being said about the Mariners, and why I believe in them right now is last week we talked about them. Their team ERA was 10th. In 1 week, they went from 10th to 6th in ERA. Team ERA. So but that's been over a process of the last 6 weeks of how their ERA went from 16th and 17th to 10th. Now to 6th. So they're rolling in that aspect. They still have to score some runs. They still have to get their lineup back intact. And you know what bugs me about Mariners fans? They keep talking about how when Haniger comes back, when Lewis comes back, France is back now.
That's normal.
When Winker's on his suspension right now. Okay. He's still hitting 30 or whatever, league minimum or whatever.
Right. This is what we're waiting for, right?
So this is what's coming back. I'm not sold on the Haniger coming back. Not going to be a hater right there. Not sold on the Haniger coming back because he's been out with a high ankle sprain for 8 weeks. Barcott, we talked about that. 9 weeks, 10 weeks, and Lewis has been out with a concussion for 3-4 weeks now. So, but all the lineup with Dylan Moore, with Sam Haggerty, the bottom of the lineup, Justin Upton, the recent acquisition of Carlos Santana, is helping the lineup a little bit in one way or another. And the pitching is doing great. So I know we discussed that. You reminded me of that.
And here's what I will tell you. When you got to get, and I say this because I've been in that boat as a high school coach. When you are relying on other people's cast-offs to get you into the postseason, you're in trouble. Because there's a reason those other teams, A, didn't want them, or that player didn't want that team. Okay? So when you're talking about
a new environment sometimes helps, brother.
A new environment, Upton's been to 17 new environments.
I mean, he's been around.
Yeah, it hadn't helped him. And then you're talking about the kid you got from KC. He's been to numerous environments, and he's still a 210 hitter. So, I mean, it's to me, I like the Gilbert kid, I do. But you've got a failing, and I know you're like, oh, he's 5-0 with a no decision. But he's still got like a 4-something ERA. Ray's failing in his first year in Seattle. Flexen, who you guys were living off of last year, has died. I don't know what the hell happened to him.
He gets 0 run support like King Felix.
But his ERA is still not low, so you can't complain about the. Okay,
what's
that's
the
not
league
good.
Average?
Hey, I'll tell you right now, if he was 4, he'd be in the bullpen with the Yankees, okay, or at AAA, because they have an entire starting rotation at 350 or below. So I and again, like homie and I tried to tell you, you're excited about this, but you're trying to talk about your Mariners playing with the big boys. Can't walk around with dudes that are 1-7 with a 4-run ERA and talk about we're ready for the big boys.
That's what I'm saying. And your main complaint is getting on base, and nobody's still getting on base. Everybody's OPS is crazy out there because your guys are literally not getting on base. So that's what I'm saying. There is a bright spot, and
you have to score some runs to win the games, like the Yankees.
I got to get people on base, bro.
You can't pimp the young cat in the outfield for the All-Star game, and then on the other side of your mouth say, "Man, we don't score runs to start pitching." Well, then why the hell do I care about 15 home runs stolen bases and 20 stolen bases not getting on base?
Because you want to see the young kids in the All-Star game who represent. Did people not want to see Fernando Tatis? Did people not want to see Manny Machado? Did people not want to see Aaron Judge? I'm just saying. But they're young kids that people wanted to see in the All-Star game the first year that they were in the show, right?
You can't say at the same time, this kid is an outfielder who's done X, Y, Z, and his numbers are great. But then turn around and say, well, the Mariners are struggling because we can't get on base. Well, he's part of the reason you can't get runs then. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say
is he a leadoff? Is he batting leadoff?
He is now, yeah.
Oh, well,
he is now, but look at their record when he's batting leadoff though.
If he's batting, well, see, that's what I'm saying. See, if that was a recent move, and now that they've put him to leadoff, see, that's something that I would know because I'm not tuned into root sports like that heavy to where I'm on the Mariners. But I just noticed that if he's got 15 dingers and he's stealing 20 bags, he's trying to get himself into scoring position. So is he the only person on the offense that's doing anything? What's up with the Suarez kid? I mean, he had a home run the other day. And what's up
Suarez
with him?
Good. Suarez is doing good. He's got like 4 multi-hit games in his last 10 games.
But he's only batting 210.
No, Suarez is batting. I'll tell you.
It's probably garbage.
No, it's probably like 2.
Suarez is batting 236. 236.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But him and Winker both started out below 200, right? So they're getting there. So first of all, you just have to broaden your horizons. You have to look at
Santana, great trade. He's up to 219.
Oh, okay. Lighting it up.
Killing it.
Hey. All right. Well,
and JP, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what they're
being optimistic.
What is their strategy?
4 games out is good.
what is the Mariners' basic offensive strategy, right? Because you know what the Yankee situation is, right? They get on base, hustle game, and then the dinger is, is about to happen. The Dodgers not necessarily, because the dingers come from everywhere on the Dodgers roster, right? So, but if Trey and Freeman are both batting over 300, this is how the game is played. They're on base when Justin Turner comes up. They're on base when
we already
comes
discussed
up.
that
They're
last week when the left on bases, the left on base that the Mariners had first in the entire baseball.
Because
MLB.
I just looked at it right now. I'm looking at, if this is the lineup in terms of the order, number 3 batter, if this is the lineup, 219, number 4, 226, number 5, 267, and then France, 316. I mean, but that's what you have.
Who's coming off the DL
on Rodriguez, who's getting on base and trying to get in scoring position. They need to be getting some bunts or some, figure out something, play small ball, play the old Mike Scioscia way or something, because maybe they need to change the game up, because they can't play the same game. Like, I'm waiting for Rodriguez to get on base and Frazier to clean it up like Judge is doing. That's not the way they could play.
And that's what I'm trying to say too. And I'm on the same page with you, homie. So first off, what's the Mariners' identity? Because they're the same identity they were a year ago before Seager and Haniger went for 38 home runs apiece. But those two guys aren't in the lineup anymore. So what is their identity? They can't say that they rely on pitching, because half that rotation has been either underachieving or just guys that wouldn't be in the rotations for other playoff teams. I don't know what their identity is. Yeah, the kid you're talking about is a stud. He's a young stud, up and coming. I can't argue that. But you can't sit here and tell me that this team is ready to play with the big dogs. They're not ready for the big dogs. And that's why I'm like, when you say,
I can't wait till we have this conversation in October when the Mariners are playing.
Kind of like when you had the conversation that they're going to win 100 games.
I hope we can.
Remember when you said they're
going to win 100 games
with 42 losses already in July?
Yep.
See mathematics, bro.
That's only 20 losses.
So they're going to lose like less than 6 games a month from here on out.
80%, baby.
I think the Mariners are headed in the right direction, but they've got a lot of holes still to fill.
If the A's are on the schedule, they're the only team that y'all be working the hell out of the A's. But
all right, well, hey, you know what? I agree with that. We got some good Mariners discussions that are going to happen in the next week for sure. So what else you guys got in MLB, baby? You talk about your Dodgers, talk about your Yankees. Now I will oblige the floor for y'all.
Because we never get a chance.
Because now you only have 5 minutes left, so I ain't got time for all that. I ain't got time for that.
Anyway,
nonsense.
Look, what's the deal with Aaron Judge? We talking about serious business? We talk about day to day? Are we talking
100%.
about?
No,
we talking about IL? What are we talking about?
He's day to day. Matter of fact, even though when they say day to day, they said he's eligible to hit tonight if they need him to pinch hit.
Okay.
Right now they're up 5-2 in the bottom of the fourth, so I don't know if he'll need to pinch hit.
Yeah.
But they said he's eligible to come off the bench tonight. So with the lower back thing. The guy had 3 or 4 hits last night, and including that grand slam. I don't know if it's really a lower back thing so much as it is we're just trying to give him a day off, a rest day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A day off. Yeah.
A rest day without calling it a rest day. And they figured, hey, we're going in there with load management.
Load management. That's it. You knew the word.
We're going into Boston tonight with a cat that's got 26 innings pitched as the Red Sox starter versus Garrett Cole. So the expectation was, as he's done right now, Garrett Cole's not getting a lot of strikeouts, but he's up 5-2. We're heading to the 5th. And, Donaldson's got a grand slam. Hicks has hit a home run for the 2nd straight night in a row. So, our lineup is deep enough that Aaron Judge can take a night off. You still got.
He's the real deal, bro. I'm telling you, 60 plus.
You got Stanton out there. Still, you've got, DJ LeMahieu out there. You've still got other dudes that can get things done. And again, not with a home run, but just be able to create runs and do things. And then you got your ace on the mound. So anytime you're going to give your big bopper a night off, it's got to be when the ace is on the hill. You're not going to give him a night off with the 5th starter. when you're going to we might need some runs tonight. But yeah, he's day to day, and he's even active for this game. They haven't called anybody up. They haven't said anything.
Okay, so I haven't looked, but I'd be interested to know this. I just thought about this right now because this is one thing that I have noticed about the Dodgers: the run line. Yankees run line, is that like a guarantee? Is it hitting like literally every time the Yankees win they cover? Because the Dodgers literally every time they win they cover. No. It's easy.
47 wins by 2 or more. Dodgers have 52 wins, 47 by 2 or more. Shout out to our guy, G-Unit_81, baby.
Oh, he's on it. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to tell you, I've seen that like at the beginning of the season. I was like, whoa. Or no, I ain't gonna say the beginning of the season. It was at least about a month or so ago. And look at the Dodgers last aside from the win from the other night where they just beat the Rockies 2-1. Beat the Rockies 5-2, 5-3. Beat the Padres 7-2. Beat the Padres 5-1. Beat the Padres 3-1. Beat the Rockies 8-4.
Baby.
I'm telling you, it's automatic. So I was thinking about it. Are the Yankees that way too? Because that could be the good parlay activity right there.
No, because I think coming in, they said as the dog or whatever, they're 38-39 coming in tonight. 38-39 covering. So even though they've lost 23 games, they've 39 times they've not covered.
16-0. Okay. 6-1, 13-4, 5-3, 2-1 thrown in there, 9-4.
They get there close.
You would have to play the week. You'd have to play the week because they're going to lose some games, and the games that they lose, they're going to lose. But if they win and cover more times when they win, if they cover more times when they win, that would be amazing because I would play that blind.
So, like, for example, they lost that first game to Pittsburgh 5-2. So that's an example where they didn't cover.
Right.
And that's why they're 38-39. And it's not always that stuff. I mean, it's, again, hitting a walk-off home run against Toronto. That was not covered, that kind of stuff. So they're not that. I think it's because they lead the league and come from behind wins. I think they've got like 25 come from behind wins is why they're not covering.
Clay Holmes
they're
is a savage.
Like, what are they up like? Almost 200 runs. I mean, in the run differential or something like that, something crazy like
160. That. Yeah, it's like 160. But you know why that comes from? They haven't been blown out. Go look them up. I think maybe once or twice, but there's not like a string of where they got in a funk for 4 games and got beat 10-4, 9-3 and stuff like that back to back. They haven't had those games where their pitching staff, that's why their team ERA, I believe, is still under 3 because they're not getting blown out when they lose.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these losses. Yeah, you're right.
Well, you know who doesn't lose? Us, Playboys. You know, well, not us. I didn't mean the Mariners because I don't play for them. I meant us as a team. The Nas Big Homie and the Pasco's greatest high school basketball girls coach of all time, Aaron Barcott. So check out Sports Fix with Stix and Announce Big Homie on YouTube. Subscribe, rate, review, all that stuff. I know you all like White Men Can't Jump. We're the video and the audio version of Sidney Dean and Billy Hoyle. So also, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show on whichever podcast platform you listen to. Go to thisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there. Grab this shirt. We got you. Mugs, whatever you need.
All the other swag, yeah.
We got it. Follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow this guy, Anonymous Big Homie, at homie_anonymous. We'll get him back in the game. He's there. He's got business to deal with throughout the day. Join the conversation. Use the hashtag #StixandSports. We know you're out there. We appreciate you all. Thank you all for listening. And we'll be back soon with more creative content and more nonsense.
That was Sports Fix with Stix. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. If you want to join the show, use the hashtag #StixandSports.
Winners don't make excuses.
This is fun.